Today, we're reviewing the Saramonic BLINK100 B2 wireless microphone. This is a clip-on microphone that can capture crisp and clear audio from Saramonic that costs below $100. Yes, and that's 3 times cheaper than the Rode Wireless Go2, which I always use for this channel. So in this video, we're gonna find out if this square little thing is a game changer or just another cheap product. When you first get the microphone, it comes in this very neat little pouch. And inside the pouch, there are actually 2 compartments. The top for the microphones and the bottom for the wires such as the charging cable and the one that is attached to your camera, which is the TRRS cables. So you can just open it up and you can put all the wires here. So at the top, I do not know why, but there isn't a zip, there's this little flap, which I find it a little weird, but of course it adds a little textile touch to it. So inside you get the microphones. Okay, so here you have 1 microphone, okay, 2 microphones, okay, and a receiver. So 3 here. And here we have the 2, and here we have the 2 furry little wind muffs. I keep calling them dead cat, but they're actually wind muffs. Dead cat are a lot larger, such as this. Alright, so let's attach this wind muff to one of the microphones. Okay, so at the top you will have this little portion. Okay, I need to cover my face. Okay, so at the top you will have these 2 little portions, and this is where you will stick the wind muff in. Alright, so we have on. Okay, let's clip on. And of course the receiver and the wire. Okay, it's very convenient that you have this little clip on the top, and then here we have the wire, so you just plug this in. And of course, press and switch them both on at the same time. Connected. So just in case you are curious, this is the microphone that is attached from the start. So yeah, this is the setup where I test the 2 microphones, the Sony ZV-1 microphone and of course the BLINK100 B2 microphone. Now that we have the microphone side by side, the onboard camera microphone and the BLINK100 B2 microphone. Just to share with you guys, Saramonic actually sent me this microphone, but I'm in no way, shape or form obliged to say anything good about this microphone. So far, I find it to be actually quite interesting as it's really light. If you guys see, I usually carry my Rode Wireless Go2 and it's actually slightly bigger. This one is really small and of course really light, coming in about 16 grams, while the Rode comes in about 32 grams. So we are in a different environment compared with just now. This is a riverside. So do let me know down in the comments below if you observe a very big difference between the quality of the microphone and an onboard microphone. Now let's do a brief test of the range of the microphone. Now Saramonic itself said that it can go up to about 50 meters, about 164 feet. So let's see if it actually disconnects, if we have to hide behind objects, or if we go further away from the microphone. As you can see, we are in a very interesting playground. Okay, over here, it is more of in the north side of Singapore. And to be honest, I've seldom come here. I'm always staying in the east side, so this place is rather new to me too. Okay, now we are actually hiding behind this little hill. Okay, let me know if you can hear the audio. Okay, and also let's try hiding behind this little metal thing over here. You should not be able to see me, but how is the pickup like? So we have an idea of what this microphone quality is like. Let's head back to the home studio to break down some of the things such as the specifications and some of the close-up features of this particular microphone. Now that you guys have a sense of its audio quality, let's go back in time and do an unboxing and see what it comes in its retail package. Okay, here you have 2 boxes. Okay, let's see. This is... oh, it comes in a very interesting pouch. Okay, inside the pouch, on the top corner, you have a micro USB cable. Okay, 2 micro USB cable. Third one, these 2 little fluffy wind muffs. Okay, more cables. I think this is to be able to connect it to the microphone or towards the camera itself. Okay, first cable, and then second cable. Okay, and that's it. But one thing I like is the texture of the pouch itself. Okay, and I think here's the main box for the microphones. Wow, can you see the shine of the microphones? That's one thing that I really like. Okay, right off the bat, it's hard to tell which one is the receiver. And oh, okay, so this is probably the receiver. Okay, overall it feels really very light compared with the Rode Video Micro. I mean the Rode Wireless Go. And here are the 2 microphones. Okay, last but not least, here's just some menus. Okay, let's go through it pretty quickly. I don't think you guys are interested. Okay, here you have the Saramonic stickers, okay, and menus, okay, certification, and the main menu. So all in all, this is what you get in its original retail package. You know, I really appreciate brands which provide you with stickers. It might be a small thing, but it makes you feel a little bit more connected to the brand. I don't know about you, but I like to paste it all over my MacBook. Alright, so now let's get nerdy and talk a little bit more about its specifications. Now its width measures about 3.5 cm or about 1.37 inches. For its height, it measures about 4 cm or about 1.57 inches. Its thickness measures about 1 cm or basically 0.4 inches. So basically, this is really small. Not only is this small, it's also pretty light, coming at about 16.5 grams or 0.6 ounce, which is twice as light as my Rode Wireless Go 2. Now since we are having both side by side, you can take a closer look. You can see it's a lot smaller than the Rode Wireless Go 2. In terms of audio comparison, we'll do it on another day. In terms of its battery life, it comes in at about 10 hours of use, with an inbuilt battery about 90 mAh, which is more than you'll ever need. Most of my camera batteries don't last more than 2 hours of usage. Taking a closer look at its physical features, you can see that at the top, in terms of the microphone, there's these little fixtures here for you to put your wind muff. At the side, there's this USB-C port for you to do charging, and at its inverse side, there's a mute button over here and the audio adjustment which can go up to 12 steps. At the back, there's this Saramonic logo over here and obviously the clip itself. In terms of the transmitter, it's not a lot different. The form and shape is almost the same. At the top, obviously there's this input for the wires. At the side, there's this on button over here. And of course the USB-C charging. And also a clip to be able to clip onto your cameras. So sometimes it can actually be quite hard to differentiate between these two. So I'll definitely plug one of the wires in for here so that I will know that this is the transmitter. Now let's talk a bit more about the audio quality, comparing it with my Sony ZV-1's internal microphone. I really like the audio quality coming out from the B2. It's really rich and round. This one is really small and of course really light, coming in about 16 grams, while the Rode comes in about 32 grams. There's a clear isolation of vocals and a high dynamic range comparing the Sony ZV-1, which sound really sharp and artificially enhanced. A little painful to listen to. If you guys see, I usually carry my Rode Wireless Go 2 and it's actually slightly bigger. This one is really small and of course really light. Let's drill down on its price. It comes in at only 99 USD. And if you want to save a little more, you can just get the single unit coming in at 75 USD. Personally, if you're not shooting interviews, having the single unit is more than enough. Before I conclude, I need to put a word of caution. Now this microphone is not perfect. It does not have any other softwares to be able to back you up. So there was one scene which my audio distorted because I accidentally clicked on the audio knob over here and pressed it in its maximum. And the audio in the footage was pretty much unusable. So I initially cut that out. Behind me is actually a huge ass blueberry. So what I'm going to do is we're going to walk behind and be able to hide behind the object and see if it's still able to catch the signal. And of course walk further back to test its full range. So no fault of Saramonic, just a fault of mine of not adjusting the audio pre-gain levels. So with everything laid out, let's conclude. What do I really think about this microphone? Should you get it? If you don't really own a wireless microphone, this might be a very good start. It is small, simple, and super affordable. It's also light as a feather and also really discreet, which is small form factor. The audio that comes out of it is also really crispy and clean. This microphone is almost perfect, just missing a magnetic clip at the back for you to attach it to your body or any other bags that you carry. There's also one other thing which I find a little bit weird. In the inner pockets, there's this funny flap. I just wish they had made it simple into this zip design. For the pouch, I'm actually just being a little bit too critical. For the fact that Rode only just gave this simple pouch with no compartments for my Rode Wireless Go 2. So having this with compartments is actually pretty good. Despite these little complaints, the price and the value you get out of this is hard to argue with. There's no other microphones out there with this preposition. If I was starting today and knew this existed, I would definitely go for it. In the near future, I plan to compare with the Rode Wireless Go 2, which is a staple of my channel. But of course, 3 times the price. So I'll be really curious how their audio quality compares. Meanwhile, do check out my gear playlist over here, which I cover microphones and other camera gear reviews. I'll see you guys in the next video.